But anyway, Donald Trump became a wartime president. That was a direct military order. Then he took it one step further. He put it in Executive Order 13912. It's also found in 10 United States Code, Chapter 1209. Well, here's what shows veterans are also need to step your game up. And I'm going to say it again, veterans. You need to step your game up. You have veterans out there who don't even know what's going on. What a sad time in United States history. You can't have one without the other. When you raise your right hand, every single veteran that's watching raised their right hand and swore in under Title 10. So any veteran that's telling you that this ain't going on and this ain't happening, you know, that old quote, it's better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to open one's mouth and remove all doubt. Veterans, it'd be in your best interest just to stay quiet and act like you know something you can't talk about and just say, I can't talk about it, versus saying this ain't happening. It'd be probably in your best interest to do that. Because when you raise your right hand, that's Title 10. When Donald John Trump federalized 1 million National Guard active duty, that's Executive Order 13912, which is in 10 United States Code, Chapter 1209. Same Title 10. You can't have one without the other. Because I'm going to show you how Biden is an actor. He's a Commonwealth Act, which is a World War II history repeat. There's that same laws and scenarios that Donald Trump talked about. Different wars, same scenario. The Commonwealth Act 671. We're going to show you how he extended that order. That order that Donald Trump federalized 1 million National Guard to active duty is active till 2024, March 2024, a year from now. Imagine that. And so that's a continuity of government, right? So I'm going to prove that. I'm going to show that. So Biden is a puppet. Biden is an actor. First off, if you can't see the ears and you can't see the chin, you can't see that, I mean, you can't just change your jaw. You can change your skin a few places. But you can't change your jaw. Can't change your ears, things of that nature. Detach earlobe, attach earlobe. Forehead, eye color. There's so much stuff that's just, if you can't see that he's not the same guy as the vice president and the senator, ophthalmologist tomorrow. Call them. Schedule your appointment. You need one ASAP. I don't want you on the highway. You're dangerous. You need glasses. Okay? So we got to add a little humor into this. In World War II, Roosevelt, here we go with Roosevelt again. In World War II, and I found it, it's in the documents, it ain't a .com, it ain't a .net. If you Google this, the first thing that pops up is going to be some kind of .net or .com, some wacky site. This is why they've tried to hide stuff for you for years. It's under Gazette.gov. All right, it's in my documents, but Gazette.gov. All right, in World War II, Roosevelt and our laws put in a actor in the Philippines to meet the press and to meet the media of that era, to take on the questions, while the actual president was in what they call exile, behind the scenes, took a step back. He was in full control of his military, for the protection of his people, and Roosevelt and the U.S. flew him back and forth from the Philippines to the United States. That is what Donald Trump did. They're showing you different war, same scenario. Those same scenarios are the same laws where the president can declare war. But it wasn't ever going to be war in the streets. That's why you're not seeing it. When people say, well, I don't see it. I don't know what we're looking at. Like the guy on the radio today, a radio host. Well, why can't we see it? Because it wasn't. We don't want people out in the streets. We don't need people in the streets fighting and shooting each other for no reason. Being a liberal ain't got nothing to do. That's, like whatever you want to smoke, whatever you want to drink, whatever you want to do on your property. As long as you're not harming somebody, the Constitution actually protects you. As long as you're not harming somebody. And then what we call the checks and balances of government isn't where you get a Republican in, and a Republican, he does what? Everybody watching, we know this for a fact. Every Republican president they get in, they do what? They increase the defense budget and the economy goes down. In years past, Then a Democrat gets in, they do what? They cut the defense budget, and the economy goes up. That's not what checks and balances meant by our founders. Not what it meant at all. Then they abolished the Gold Standard Act in 1968, and we just printed money when we wanted to. And then guess what happened? We got in debt to all these different countries, but we're already in debt in a different way because the Organic Act of 1871, when Ulysses S. Grant signed us back to the British. And then guess what happened in the 1870s, which is what you're watching right now. All this parallels. 1870s, the bar was created and established. What does bar stand for? Not what some of y'all are out there thinking. The bar, British Accreditation Registry. That's what every attorney, while they have to take a bar exam. So see why Executive Order 13848 is so iconic, biblical, monumental, historical? It traps all governors, attorney generals, secretary of states, judges, and lawyers. And what do they have to do? What do they have to do? Especially attorney generals, judges, and lawyers. They have to do what? Exactly. Bar exam.